The women absolutely saved this show. I'm John Redland with my review of the United Wrestling Network's PrimeTime Live Episode 2 show, Thunder Rosa versus Priscilla Kelly fucking stole it. One of my favorite matches of the year, the first women's match I got to see at the first ever Without a Cause wrestling show. That's a local promotion in the next city south for me. Support your local independent wrestling. And after being included on Thunder Rosa's entrance, which was really, really nice, very generous of her. She's always about fan interaction and very, very nice to meet. I got to meet her and Priscilla Kelly, got to, get some merch from them, get a selfie with each of them, and both have rose, even higher since then. Priscilla Kelly's done some really good stuff and put in a lot of work and really was fired up after having a lot of bookings taken away due to the ongoing pandemic. And Thunder Rosa has done great being the NWA Women's Champion, traveling all over the world. And, performing on AEW recently and having a great match with Hikaru Shida at AEW All Out. And they really sold it. But before you talk about the main event, you gotta get to the undercard. Brief promos from the participants. Thunder Rosa, Priscilla Kelly, Slice Boogie, and Carl Fredericks, and Eli Drake. And then we cut to the commentary. Joe Galli's not there. Todd Kennelly and Alyssa Marino, who were two of the three from last week. And we have Danny Limelight of New Japan Strong fame versus Kevin Martinson. I want to say right now that I know some people are wondering why I haven't watched Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. A lot of people got to me on Twitter, and I'm sure there have been some comments. So I do apologize if I don't remember your names. I want to explain. It's not that I think that the promotion's bad, but I work full-time. I'm reviewing New Japan, AEW, WWE, and I'm doing some other projects as well. I'm already way stretched thin. I don't have enough time to review a fourth wrestling promotion. So I do apologize. That's no disrespect to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, as I know many talents have come through there. But anyway, this was Power versus Speed. Danny with some good work, nice Northern Lights roll, and then a good dive. Martinson with some good power, working him down. He crashed on the outside at one point. That looked kind of rough. A few close near falls, and then a stage launch. I don't know why, and then a frog splash where Danny got the knees up. Ouch. DDT on the stage. Kevin wins. A couple of these matches went on a little bit too long. This is one where I think he could have shaved off a couple minutes. That's being said. It was fine. It was fine. It's not a match I'm going to remember, but it was fine. And then we get Aaron Stevens talking about his match with Trevor Murdoch next week. He was a bit fired up. Was he on drugs? I mean, seriously, was he just on caffeine? What the hell is going on? Caffeine actually is a drug. But he seemed a little bit hyped up. But, hey, good for him. And hopefully him and Trevor Murdoch can kill it next week. Eli Drake versus Watts. Man, he is ready to throw down, I will tell you that. I'm not that familiar with Watts, so apparently he is somebody that has feuded with Eli Drake. They know each other from, years and years ago, and you can tell that they had a mutual respect. Sportsmanship in the beginning, some decent work. One commentary line, this is where you don't want to be with Watts, underneath the full mount, and I promise you that I treated that with the good taste and maturity you've come to expect from me. Which means you are a new viewer if you were expecting good taste and maturity. Watts had a good showing. There were lots of talk about deepness from commentary, meaning the commentary probably had their minds elsewhere. Watts with a choke bomb for 2. He calls for his music to be played. He's getting all cocky and everything, and then Eli Drake hits a gravy train 1, 2, 3. And then Priscilla Kelly has a promo that talks about being stuck at home due to quarantine. She is going to make sure that she brings the fire tonight. And, hey, pretty good promo. And then we get Real Money Brothers, Shug and Clutch versus the Friendship Farm, Gentleman Jervis, who I've heard of, and Sweet Robin Shaw. Is Robin Shaw related to Mike Shaw? The former Bastion Booger and former Norman the Lunatic and former Muckin Singh and Stampede Wrestling. Seriously, is he his son? I'm asking because I can see the similarity. Maybe he just took the name because. Gentleman Jervis heard about. He's certainly not bad. Has a unique look. I didn't care about this match, unfortunately. This just was kind of there. Maybe if I was a bit more familiar with the wrestlers, that would matter. But it was what it was. We get a signing bonus, which is, very double team maneuver 1, 2, 3, and the Real Money Brothers win. Not a match I cared about, but not a match I hated. It was just there. And then we get Chris Dickinson knocking the product, says he's going to clean the shit up out there. To be fair, Chris actually kind of had a point, because some of the matches were either too long or there was what the hell's going on. But this guy's pretty good. I see why people praised him. Slice Boogie versus Carl Fredericks. Nice mat wrestling to start. Carl Fredericks, TV doesn't do justice for just how big this guy is. The intensity was there, the strikes, Shibata dropkick, because he's trained under Shibata at the LA Dojo and has done really well on New Japan Strong. Carl Fredericks is fucking tremendous. He really is. He's going to be a big goddamn star for years. Top rope cutter for 2. Fredericks with the Manifest Destiny, a DDT, 1, 2, 3. And yes, it seems like I'm rushing along on this because I want to get to the main event. Footage of Mission Pro Wrestling. Joe Galley on the call for the on-site report. Thunder Rosa putting in the work. Various fans put her over, as they should. She has really put in a lot of great work. And now we get to Thunder Rosa versus Priscilla Kelly, NWA Women's Championship. I can't actually do more than, applause like this because it's like, in all seriousness, I'm not going to do golf clap. I'm going to do, that was really good shit. These women absolutely fucking killed it. And I know that there are some people that are going to point to a few things that Priscilla Kelly did. As far as stuff in bars and stuff like that. You know what? It's her career. She can do what she wants. She can get out there and fucking wrestle. And that's where I'm going to defend her. She can get out there and she can fucking wrestle. And she fucking proved it here. Thunder Rosa. It's La Mera Mera versus Hell's Favorite Harlot. This was fucking great. Absolutely fucking wonderful. I'm just going to say this. Priscilla Kelly should be signed by AEW, and Thunder Rosa should also be signed by AEW. Now, I know she's the current NWA Women's Champion, and I'm glad we get to see matches here. They could benefit the AEW Women's roster. They could benefit any goddamn roster. They could benefit a roster in Japan if they wanted to go there, do Stardom. But these women fucking killed it. This was 20 plus minutes, and this was really goddamn good. Priscilla Kelly proving that she is a goddamn great wrestler. It was getting Without a Cause flashbacks, like I talked about in the beginning. This was really good stuff. The strikes were laid in, This was well done. The chops were stiff. They had some great near falls. They put in some great work here. These two women competed like it was a goddamn fight, like their lives depended on it, like their careers depended on it. Both women, owed each other money. This was just really good shit. Really, really good shit. And I mean that with the highest compliment. I can't say enough good stuff about this match. The pendulum wheelbarrow stretch by Thunder Rosa, that was good. An octopus on the stage by Priscilla Kelly. DVD on the stage. The stage spots actually meant something. These women made the near falls make sense. Back suplex drop by Priscilla Kelly. 1, 2. Oh, kick out. Heavy strikes and kicks. Crippling depression. Another variation. 1, 2. Kick out. Stretch by Kelly. A great fight. And then Thunder Driver. 1, 2, 3. Once again. These women absolutely killed it. This was fucking fabulous. This is on my favorite matches of the year list. Given the amount of promotions that I watch, this is at least going to be top 20. It might end up being top 10. We'll see. I'm debating whether I'm going to separate men's and women's matches, but I think I'm just going to include women's matches and just get to the creme de la creme and get to just the best of the best. And this will be on there. Go out of your way to fucking watch this. This was great. Next week, we get Serena D versus Allison Kay and Ruby Reyes versus CC Chanel. And then Aaron Stevens versus Trevor Murdoch. And then I forget what else. Chris Dickinson is also going to be in action. I don't know if I'm going to review this stuff after episode 4. I'll see what the cost is. If they do a package deal, maybe I will. But it was good. It was good to see. This was really good stuff to see. The women absolutely kill it. The rest of the matches, Carl Frederick's Slice Boogie wasn't bad. Slice Boogie, that is. But the women really were the ones to save the goddamn show here, in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.